G'day lords and ladies and welcome back to Battle Brothers with me, Cornish-Knight. It's been about a week and we are back in the campaign. Now, last episode had a couple of nasty knocks. So yes, we are going to continue on. Got a bit of alcohol. Let's look at the camp just to let time tick over. Up until early dawn. And let's see what they have. Some of our guys will have healed up a bit by then. A little bit. His equipment is damaged, so we need to switch it out for that. What was the contracts? Escorting a caravan to the southeast. And the other one is protecting the village against raiders. Yeah, okay. It'll probably be undead though. So here comes the morning. He's healed. He's pretty much healed. Come on, let's see what we have. Yeah. Alarm bells, they keep ringing. Local stands by side 1, 2, 3 rings, 4. He begins to sweat. Then his eyes widen as the bell toll one final time. That can't be. The dead are walking the earth again. Okay. So what do we have? 13 strong force. Okay. You're healthy enough to fight. Are you a mace expert? No. So you can have a scram axe for now, because you need to decapitate heads. This is okay. You're alright. These guys aren't up to fighting. Right. So let's see, we've got another group coming down the road. We can actually take this group. On the road. Not a great terrain advantage. So let's see what we're facing. A lot of armoured undead. Armoured windergangers. Or armoured zombies, basically. And no easy snipe on the boss. But we do outnumber them. And we should be able to do something with them. So we'll give them a turn to advance. And then we'll probably pin them down on flank. Because they'll keep 2 of the zombies in defense, which will be some of the armoured wandergangers. So they'll only have 11 zombies on the field. Yeah. Actually, they're only keeping 1 zombie on the fence. That's interesting. Well, let's start by destroying their gear. Light touch to the archer, nothing too heavy. Light touch for him and for him. Ah, you missed. That one did not. Okay. The rest of you just get ready. The possessed will reach us before the other mobs do, so we have to be careful of that. But we should be okay. Let's get rid of that because I don't like him having it. I dodged, but that didn't help him. I am going to go here quickly and help to decapitate him as quickly as possible. Because as I suspected, he pretty much went and possessed him again. But now he's dead. Right. We missed. Just focus on the armoured undead. Don't want to put him in here. I don't know if I can get him back in turn. No, his turn's done, so he will get attacked this turn. Okay, so we have to support. I might just aggressively push. Because he's got to get attacked 3 sides on this way. Let's get him up. And I also probably want to push up with my own guys relatively early on. Okay. A weakness is opening up here that we could push through relatively easily. Were they possessing this guy? Okay. I don't like him having that, so we'll get rid of it. Okay, let's deal with him. If you can hit. Destroy his arm, please. I don't like him having that. He's almost dead though. So who did he possess? Him? Okay. Okay, that wasn't great. Get rid of that. Yeah, we're missing a lot, which is unfortunate. Where's he going to go? Okay. Yeah, this is becoming an issue. We need to break through aggressively now. His armor's gone. We'll smack him because I know the Necromancer will try and probably bring him back quickly. Ah, they puppeteered him, did they? Okay. Man, my rolls are really bad. Where's he going to go? He's probably going to go straight in there. Yeah. Because that's what I thought was going to happen. Who's he puppeteering? Yeah, he's going up the top again. Okay. You can go down. You can lose that. You can lose that. Thank you very much. I'm going to give you a solid hit. I'm going to push. Okay. He picked up his weapons again, which I don't like. Delay. With your head taken off, you can go and start dealing with the Necromancer. Man, that was not a good hit. Yeah, you're in a pretty bad state. Deal with that, please. Okay, you're going to get here to cover up and either get back up. You're going to reload and then push the advance. And I knew you were going to get back up. Move up to support. He's going to possess him. Of course he is. And who's he pushing out the ground? You. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Right. You're going to go and support the push. As are you. You have to stay to cover the dead, you have to stay to cover the dead, you're bleeding quite badly. You're going to push up to support. You're there. Okay. Penson, he's going to possess him, is he? Okay. They've got that covered. Unfortunately, the fact that Necromancer picks someone up is annoying. Let's see if we can bait the Necromancer. Where is he going to go? Okay, he's not going anywhere yet. Solid hit to the body is okay. The rest of you is fine. You getting up is not though. Okay. Dodge sucks. But that was a solid hit. Okay. Let's go. Concussion, excellent. Pin the zombie in the front. Decapitate him so we can't get away. His arm is still up, so let's just go for a disarm. He's disarmed. We'll pin him with these 3 units. Okay. Move up, please. And a pike to his chest kills him. Took another injury, unfortunately. Little bit of equipment. Okay, back to Town Hill for the reward. Fantastic. Everything that we don't really need. We don't need that. Those are very nice though. Keep that. Sell that. Okay. So we got paid, we killed more of the undead. I am going to head down here. Money's coming in, but we're going to spend some money now to refurbish some of our equipment. What do I want to have fixed? I still need to sell. I need a blacksmith, I believe. Yeah, to have repaired. Have that repaired, because that's very good. As will I have that. And those. Also have that fixed up. That. And some of these. Right, so that costs a good chunk of our money. We are going to sell these. Sell that. Sell that. In the weapons front, that could go. As can that. We can sell that with some money. The die is good money as well. Okay. Ah, we have those helmets. Excellent. They have only one of them though. So we'll grab it. Even though it costs a lot, it is worth it. Because we can give it to our range unit. Weighs a bit more than the stuff he normally wears, but hey ho. You can have that. You can have that. So head armor goes up all around. Okay, so the level ups we have level 6, very nice. Buff those up. Pick up the spear trait for him. So now he's not going to have so many issues. Spear trait for spear wall is very, very powerful because it allows you to, even if you get pinned, you can stay, allows you to continue doing the spear wall for that turn. Get that up. Get that up. I will boost his health a little bit. With that up, we will get another cleaving person because we lost one. Was he a dedicated? No, he wasn't a dedicated cleaving expert, was he? He was our flail expert. Yeah, so you can have your flail back. And then we'll give you that. Very nice. You leveled up. Yeah. We do need a cleave expert though, so you can be the cleave expert. Man, bad stats. Boost that. Boost fatigue up. A bit more fatigue. He needs to have better armor at this point, really. Right, so he's got... That's 12 115. Yeah. He'll have to have that. It's not great because, as you can see, he's not got a ton of stamina. Actually, was I saving that? It might have been saving that, actually. You can have that. Save you a bit of fatigue. And you can have that. Though his fatigue is now becoming an issue. Yeah. I am having to give them slightly better gear than I would otherwise, just because they're getting shot a lot. These guys are injured. These guys need to get fixed up. I can't afford for them not to be around. So to have the negative is not something I want. Okay. Marketplace. Nah, they haven't got another one of those kettle helmets, which would be nice. They have one of these though. Don't think anybody can wear it right now, unfortunately. I don't think there's anyone that has stamina. Besides him. Yeah, a lot of my guys, my front row guys with the slaves just don't have the stamina for it. Right. What else? Anything worth picking up? Besides that, no. A little bit of cheap food. That's fine. I'm going to get rid of Spitum, just to clear out some space, and I'm getting rid of one of the slings. Anything else I want to ditch at this point? A couple of these seals to clear out some room. And let's see, that's 80 for 80. 8 for 80. Get rid of that. That's damaged, so I'll chuck it. I don't think anybody else is running around with anything less than that now at this point. No. Okay. So we'll dump one of those to clear out some room. I have these helmets which are very good. I should start equipping them if I can help it. But some of my guys just have terrible stamina at the moment. He can have that. Like, his stamina is just trash tier level. Okay, so that's done. I'm going to switch you over to this. Even though it's a bit more fatigue, the allows you to do decapitation, which is really nice. For works into purposes, it's basically a slightly... It's a more powerful version of Scramp's axe, basically. Oh, actually, wait, you only have sword training. Okay, that's not great. Didn't I have one of you as a dedicated cleave expert? Yeah, him. You can have that now then, but you're going to have to heal up. Right, so they've been healed. Take them a couple of days to get treated. What's this? Why say I give you tasks you're not paid just to do it, but paid for how many heads you collect? Does that specify interest you? Okay. Road patrol. 5 days. So it's Tentlingen, Erlet, and Litzfest. So basically, we're doing a swing of this local area. We had to kill anything that we come in contact with. Nothing too strenuous, in all honesty. You don't get paid a lot, but yeah. Ambition fulfilled. The walking corpses samble about them rags. The graveyards of every hamlet soon begin to vomit them up. Yet this was only the beginning. Ancient legions marched forth from ages long past, never tiring, never fearful. They marched on like a cold machine, ever onward. They conquered the world once, though may well have done it so again, were it not for the tightly knitted band of mercenaries. Dead men walking bones before an armour. Things not from this world. I never thought I'd see such horrors, but we have prevailed. Sayed, the man had exclaimed, holding high his weapon as a signal for charge. The blood pact prevailed, even against the enemy. Who can stand against us now? Who indeed? The world of man is saved, for now. So there, that's the undead invasion quelled. That's one of our ambitions fulfilled, and we did great. Yes, we are not famous, but we did well. Interesting. I haven't got that ending before. I think it's because we hadn't had one of the other ambitions unlocked, the one that gives you access to factions. Which could be something to do with it. Normally you have someone comes up to you and asks, oh, what did you do in the fight, basically. Okay. Okay, you take a nap, blackness, darkness, all the dreams should be saved for one small fact. You know you're in it. Standing on the void like a lost thought, a voice breaks over you, dipping down from all sides as for your very mouth that it produces it. Why did you forsake us, Emperor? You spin around, at least you think you do, for there is nothing around you in which the base even the faintest of movements. You promised me, don't you remember? You said the world would be okay. You said it would be okay if it all fell apart. You said you had a plan, but you made a deal with that ugly, ugly man. What happened? Rest easy, my love. There is nothing to fear in death. At first you say nothing, but she begins to cry. You hear her tears, each drop reverberating all around you. Are you there, my Emperor? You clear your voice and answer, yes, I am. The Empire will not rise again. We must go. There is nothing to fear in death. The woman weeps, but slowly steadies herself. I am not afraid. On the other side, Isian, my Emperor. As the words fade into black, and perhaps your mind, you are left in the silence. You wake up. You are awake. The rough winds bend your tent, curling the leather and rolling tides across the ceiling. Faint candlelight flickers and dashes, darkness and light all the same. Herif stands there watching you, shadows caress back and forth across his chest. He sifts of his feet, uneasy looking face. Who are you talking to? He asks. Rolling out of bed, you put on your boots to the ground, wanting to be sure of reality before you dare parley with it. Dirt rustles and crunches beneath your feet. You answer, I am not sure. I think the invasion is over. The mercenary nods and turns his hand to the tent entrance. Aye, that's why I'm here. A noble messenger arrived just a minute ago. He says the undead have ceased erupting from the ground. The scribe's bleat is over. Are you all right, sir? You rub your head. Is it time to retire? What can you make of this world now that you know what you do? It is either go living out the rest of your days in peace, or say damn to it all and command the blood pact. You have won. I think the individual that they're talking to, when you're talking to the at the beginning of the Undead Uprising, you have an image which is basically the Holy Roman Empire falling, for all extensive purposes, which is the ancient empire in this setting. And at the end of it, she makes mention of basically you make a pact. Now I'm pretty sure that she's talking about the god that the cultists worship. But it would be interesting. I think but for the extent of this, I think we will retire the campaign at this point. We've had a good run. But as I said, the slave faction is like the slave origin is not good for late game content, and I think I've explored as much as I can out of this. So we will retire the Blood Pact. The Blood Pact needs their commander. It is time to retire from the mercenary life. You thought that you understood the cruelty of the world when you took over the Blood Pact. You believed that you could always be sort of leading the company to riches and renown. Dead men come up from their graves was a way of defeating this sort of naivety. But you were quick to adapt, earnestly seeking out contracts that would pay most of the deal to deal with this bizarre and surreal threat. The dead holders eventually breathing back whence they came, crowned on the prestige you had been earned. You decided to retire, leaving the company trusted men. You purchased Harkon as an indented almost no gold, and continued to pay him as a slave his wage for his stay as a sellsword. You did make himself an efficient fighter, no doubt, believing to be better paid nothing and fight to stay alive than to be paid nothing and give up and rot. After your departure, he heard that the Blood Pact travelled south to a campaign indeed, and the indebted got a good chance to exert a fair bit of revenge on a number of enemies in the past. Thankfully, he does not consider you one such person despite keeping him enslaved. You did not expect the historian Amour to stay in the company forever. He eventually left, and it said it took him with him a large trove of scrolls. It turns out he was compiling a list of the Blood Pact's achievements. He created a codex and all its accomplishments, enshrining the names of all the mercenaries in the history books for future generations to see. You hope they learn something from your doings. You spend your days flirting with the neighbours. She's married, but that's what makes it more fun. The constable comes by to speak to you about your newfound prolificities. This is about the height of drama in your life now. It isn't dodging orcs or putting undead souls back in the grave, but it has its own unique sense of fun. You don't miss the old life at all. Instead, you are happy to sit back and hear the Blood Pact's successes. And I think that's the best ending that we can have. I have said before, you can get better endings than this, but it's tied in with the point system, and the point system in Battle Brothers is rather broken. Basically, the longer you play the game, the bigger negatives your score receives. So it really requires you to play I don't say unrealistic, but it requires you to basically play unlike a mercenary, which is it forces you to take massive risks, to fight lots of fights, to lose lots of party members in the chase to get the best ending, which is that you have to do an ambition to work with the noble factions. Once you do that, you have to then complete two crisis events. You have to win 2 crisis events, and then you have to have a high enough score, which is based upon stuff like your renown and level of, I think it's renown and how much money you have in the party versus how many days have passed, and that score basically affects this. But I am happy with this ending. This is the ending that I like to have in Battle Brothers, where your guys go on and do things. Your your band of mercenaries continue to exist. But there's no high drama, which is lovely. And I think it's a very fitting tale for the end of mercenaries. And this is what happened to a lot of mercenaries. Mercenaries who retired, they just went and lived relatively calm lives afterwards. But that's it, Lords and Ladies. Let us quit. And that is it for our Battle Brothers Blazing Deserts DLC with the Manhunter Origin. Overall, Manhunter Origin is okay. It's basically a slightly tweaked version of the Militia start from the base game. I will say I have some issues with it. It basically is very much the Origin is very much one that makes you develop your backline highly. Like, you have to put a lot of money into training your backline, getting them up to level, and then your front line, though it's useful, they are very, very, very disposable. It's an interesting Origin. It's not one I would use for any of the late game content, especially stuff like any of the secret bosses in the game. I would not use the Slave Master Origin for. They wouldn't survive. The Undead didn't go too badly, though I must admit we didn't pick fights with a lot of the Legionnaires or Honor Guard or their priests, or we had a one and run in with vampires, which we just managed to do. But a lot of the elite endgame stuff would have pretty badly smashed us up. I'm not going to lie. Stuff like the orcs, if we'd fought the orc uprising, like the orc warriors and the orcs warriors and like goblin sharpshooters would have quite easily killed a lot of our troops because we have low health. A lot low health and not particularly great stats because your party members, your slaves anyway, stop at level 7. But it was an interesting origin. Very not as challenging as I thought it was going to be, but still different in its own way. But that's all for now, folks. I've been Cornish-Knight, and I shall see you all again next time. Goodbye.